Hello festival goers of the internet, I'm the Festival Finesser, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about an event that is very unique and actually the first of its kind. It's being presented by Obscure, HMAC, and Next Level going down at HMAC in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on October 14th and 15th. And what makes this event so unique and the first of its kind is that it is going to be a 3D audio and visual story presented by artificial intelligence. So it sounds very confusing, it sounds very technical, but I have some inside information from the promoters to give you guys a better idea of what you're going to expect. It sounds very conceptual, it sounds very different, and it sounds something that I could definitely get into, despite the lineup not being very heavy. It's a little bit more on the weird side, but we have some Holies involved, it's close to home, and it sounds fucking sick and very different. So we're going to talk about it after the intro.
Can I get it?
Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, can I get a yer? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. For those who are new here and don't know me, what's good? I'm the Festival Finesser. I'm a videographer and content creator here on YouTube and Instagram. This is my channel that revolves around music festivals and live going experiences. And the goal of this channel is to make sure that you guys can have the best festival going experience possible, while also sharing the experiences for those who couldn't attend and creating memories for those who could. So today we were talking about a very unique event, like I said, and it's so unique and so kind of just technical. I feel like it's honestly ahead of its time that I can't even kind of comprehend the technicality of it. I do understand it's 3D. I do understand there's a story incorporated, and I do understand that it's kind of like interactive, you know, it's like based on how many people are in the room and how intense everybody is moving and things like that. So I'm here on the website and I'm actually going to read some FAQs and just give you guys some more information about the concept, the technicality, and the technology that is being implemented here, so you guys can have a more official idea and a better understanding, because if I was trying to explain it, I would just babble and it would sound pretty foolish. So the first question on here is, what is Bosswave? And the answer: Bosswave is the first of its kind, an indoor 3D multi-stage massive controlled by an AI. Throughout the night, a story will unfold as the AI unit known as Shodan becomes unhinged and begins to hack into the venue system. So I have been to this venue before, HMAC. It's in Harrisburg, PA. It is kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's not too many big cities around. I imagine most people will be traveling a good amount of time to come to this event, because the lineup is pretty crazy. It's not very crazy for someone like me who's into the heavy, but if you're into the weird, if you're into DMB, more chilled, down-tempo kind of stuff, this is definitely an event you're going to want to check out. And the production side of things is just making it so much more crazy and so much more of a selling point, honestly. So the next question on here is this a festival? No, Bosswave is an indoor 2-day multi-stage massive at the legendary Harrisburg Midtown Arts Center in PA. You say this is a 3D event. Will glasses be provided? Yes, this event utilizes a unique artificial intelligence generated 3D technology in which the best way to view will be with 3D glasses. You can bring your own 3D glasses or use the ones Bosswave will provide. What time does Bosswave open and close? Doors each day are at 2 p.m. EST, and the venue has a hard cutoff of 2 a.m., a full 12 hours each day. How many stages will there be? 2 stages. The main stage is going to have the artificial intelligence, and then the side stage will showcase all of the underground and local talent that was on the lineup. So with that being said, I do want to go to the About section. That was the FAQ. I want to go into the About section and talk about more about this artificial intelligence side of things. So this says, bringing artificial intelligence to the live performance world, created by Next Level, QMP Designs, and Obscure. What is Bosswave? Bosswave is a show series built around an engaging story concept paired with the use of experimental visual technology and artificial intelligence. Using influence from various sci-fi elements and tropes, our story begins with a rogue artificial intelligence that becomes self-aware and begins to hack the venue's visual system to create more and more chaos as the show progresses. It sounds, like I said, very kind of like futuristic, ahead of its time, very sci-fi, and just, I think it's going to be very interactive as well. And I think it's cool that like it intensifies as, you know, as the room fills up, the visuals fill up, you know, and it just intensifies. I think it's going to be a very unique and interactive experience. So let's now do what we usually do here and talk about the lineup. As I mentioned, this is not a lineup for headbangers. This is a lineup for the weird, trippy, down-tempo, drum and bass. I can kind of already see that the crowd it's going to kind of bring based on the takeovers that they have here and based on the, you know, organizers behind it. So let's get into this here. We have Next Level, Obscure, and HMAC present Bosswave 3D audio and visual experience October 14th and 15th, 2022, going down at HMAC. So the two headliners we have here are Narrow and Pendulum, both DJ sets. Both legends. Pendulum is going to be more drum and bass, and Narrow is going to be more dubstep, but kind of like that old school dubstep, very OGs, and you're going to get that kind of OG sounds. So on to the next line of artists here, we have some more OGs and some more legends on it. So we have EPROM, Modestep, who's going to be doing an old school set. So again, you have the old school Narrow vibes, the old school Modestep vibes, then you have some Pendulum DMV vibes, and you have some 1788L DMV vibes, and then we have Space Laces, who is probably going to give you a little bit of everything. I know he loves to play bass house. I know he loves to play heavy dubstep. Will he play drum and bass? I don't even know. It's definitely the place for it. Space Laces is probably the heaviest artist on here. There are some more like OG dubstep kind of dudes. Like on this next line, we have Koki, MLK. Jansen is one of more of the new guys. Whittler, another OG, more on the weird side. Essex, kind of one of the more new guys doing the weird stuff. I'm not too familiar with Inhuman, honestly. Oh my god, what? Code Pandorum? That's crazy. What? I didn't even realize that. Wow, that's wild. Is that going to be heavy? I don't even know. I know he like rebranded. I don't know if it's like a new alias or if it's a new sound or if it's just like a new name. But Code Pandorum, bro, damn. Haven't heard about him in a minute. So yeah, that is our next tier here. And that got me a little excited, honestly. So moving down here, we have some more weird sounds. We have Beard Thug back-to-back Levitation Jones. And I got to see Levitation Jones. I'm pretty sure I might have got to see Beard Thug too at Bigfoot Electro, and I saw that the same dudes who have a hand in Bigfoot Electro Depth Perception have an artist takeover, it seems like, so, or at least a takeover. I'm not sure if it's an artist takeover. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. Next up, we have Enigma Dubs, who is a bass producer, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's from the UK, and it kind of has a wide range of sounds, but something like this, I would imagine it's going to be more DMB vibes, or maybe more weird. I don't know. This whole like line that we're talking about, it seems to be very weird. Honeycomb, Miso, Push Loop. I don't even know about Quioet, and I don't even know. Is that Saruda? Simba? I'm not sure what that last one is. I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure Honeycomb was weird. I know Meso was weird, or Miso, more weird, down-tempo, Push Loop. I'm also pretty sure I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm a dubstep dude. I'm not so familiar with some of the more weird stuff, but I am familiar with the names, at least. So based on the lineup, I would imagine it's going to be, like I said, weird, down-tempo, chill, trippy. If I'm not, please enlighten me in the comments. That's what they're there for, without flaming me, please. So now we have some takeovers, like I said. We have Next Level, Obscure, The Gradient Perspective, Crow's Nest Audio, Dub Day, and Depth Perception. And of these takeovers, I know Obscure very well. I know Dub Day very well. I know of Next Level a little bit. I know of The Gradient Perspective a little bit, and I know Depth Perception a little bit. I know Obscure and Dub Day have a very kind of like down-tempo, chill, trippy kind of vibe. It's very experimental. It's very vibey. It's very kind of almost like spiritual in some cases. Next Level does have some heavy and like rhythm, underground stuff in there, but I feel like they are not so into the weird as much. That Perception, I also know, is a little bit more weird. They have a hand in Bigfoot Electro, if I'm not mistaken, and they have a very kind of like experimental and weird lineup. And in Gradient Perspective, I'm not too familiar with, but I have heard of, and Crow's Nest is not ringing any bells at all. Moving down on to the next tier here. This is kind of getting more local, regional, and these are some of the takeovers, it looks like. So these takeover artists. We have NOX, or I feel like I know who that is. I feel like they're from Depth Perception. Bigfoot Electro fam. I could be mistaken. Altair, I'm not familiar with. Alta, I don't even know how to say this. Altair, I don't even know, but I'm not familiar with them. Basil, I'm not familiar with. My boy Brella, I'm very familiar with. You're definitely gonna fuck with Brella. It's a whole fucking vibe. You're definitely gonna be dancing and shaking that ass, honestly. Like, it is a whole vibe, and I honestly am very curious to see what he's gonna do at an event like this. I feel like it's a drum and bass and weird event, and I feel like he would bring more of an upbeat. I feel like he's not so weird. He can get weird, trippy, and chill, but the sets that I've seen are always like in the club type vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. Choppy Out Here, Back Sketchy Pete is definitely going to get weird, experimental, and trippy. Delta 9, I'm not familiar with. Dice Man, trippy, down-tempo, weird, experimental, and just chill, bro. He will take you on a fucking journey, bro. The Dice Man, that's like That's the fucking homie, bro. He's one of the first artists that put me on. I was the first person that said, hey, I need someone to do videography, or it was actually photography. Can you come shoot Dub Day? And I shot Dub Day. I shot fucking Genie in that venue. I shot Level Up in that venue. Like, that. We've been to a couple venues at Dub Day, but we still out here. Now it's dope to see Dice Man doing that shit on like main stages and touring, and he's fucking all over the place now. So big ups, Wade. Next up, we have Foreign back-to-back Soru. And if it's the Foreign I'm thinking, that's going to be some heavy. And I'm not familiar with Soru, but I know Foreign is going to bring that heavy for sure. Fringe I'm not familiar with. Jack the Hue, and I'm also pretty sure that could be dubstep, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. I'm not familiar. I know there's another Jack somewhere, but I'm pretty sure Jack the Human does dubstep. Or he did. But Josh Teed, the fucking homie. I love this dude, bro. Josh Teed, I feel like, has the potential to be like the next Millennium or the next Grizz, you know what I'm saying? Like a musician that is doing it live and incorporating his instruments into his music and his sets, bro. He does that violin shit so well. It is so beautiful. He's the only artist that has ever made me cry during a set, and that is saying a lot coming from a mosh pit, aggressive, heavy headbanger like myself. You know, I'm not about the cry bang. I'm not about the melodic shit. I'm about the heavy, angry, sudden death type vibes. But for Josh T to make me cry, that's saying a lot. That dude can fucking move mountains with his music and that fucking violin, bro. It's so sick. It gets wubby, it gets beautiful, it gets jiggy. Like, don't fucking sleep on Josh Teed, yo. Kyle Goldstein, I'm not familiar with. LVWZ, I'm not familiar with. Our girl Mantra is so fucking talented, yo. She can fucking sing, she can produce, she can DJ, and she does it all in her sets. She plays a lot of original music, she does a lot of vocals over her original tracks on the mic live, and she's a fucking good ass DJ, always a fucking vibe, and she fucking kills it. McKaylee, the fucking more homies, bro, reppin' Obscure for sure. When I think of Obscure, I think of McKaylee, straight up. There's more people behind it, but for me, that he's like the top dog for me. I don't even know if he is, but I know he has a big hand in Obscure. And again, he's one of those producers that like I've been fucking with for a long time. Even before I knew him in the scene, he just had a cool ass sound. And again, even not being heavy dubstep, it's a vibe. It's something like for the morning, something to chill to. And it just always hits. I fuck with it, bro. So big ups, McKaylee, and keep fucking doing your thing, bro. You've been doing that shit for a long time. Morphix, I'm not familiar with. Practitioner, I'm not familiar with. Second Nature, again, more Dub Day fam or Obscure. I'm not even sure. They kind of like almost cross breed in this sense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Dub Day fam is also Obscure fam. A lot of Obscure fam is also Dub Day fam. So it's like I'm not really sure who's repping whose team, but in New York, we're all kind of on the same team, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we do on this side of the fence. Second Nature, again, more chill vibes, weird, wonky. Can turn it up a little bit. I've seen Kyle go hard as fuck backstage, even to some more, what I would call chill music, but it can get grimy. And yeah, definitely don't sleep on the homies. So a lot of New York homies in that mix. And then we have another tier down here, which it also looks like we have some more homies. We have Bagger Vance, who I'm pretty sure is more DMB, repping New York. We have Cryptic, one of the homies from more of the HMAC area, who's going to be bringing some more heavy. A lot of like rock infused, like tear out vibes from Cryptic as well, but can also do a whole, you know, range of things. So definitely fuck with a Cryptic set. Dirty Lewis, I'm not familiar with. Dying, I think that's how you would say it. Dying Ying, I'm not familiar with. Fidgets of Philly, I'm not familiar with. Moppy, I'm a little bit familiar with. I think that might even be Rhythm, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he runs in like the Maryland crowd, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't even know if I've ever actually met. So if you see me anywhere, bro, say what's up, because I keep seeing your name. I don't know who you are. Motel Surgeon, I'm not familiar with. Cubism, I'm not familiar with. Resonant Bass, bro, do not sleep on this dude. He is a fucking ill-ass DJ, knows how to create a vibe, knows how to just work a crowd. And like every time I've seen him, it's just I've only seen him in like unprofessional settings, so I can't even imagine what he would do when he's actually trying. Whenever I see him, he's just freestyling, playing for the homies at the camp and shit. But I'd be really interested to see what he can do for a prepared, you know, live set. Rilo, I'm not familiar with all too much. I've seen the name, but I feel like I also got that name confused with Rulo. I can never remember who is who. Shix, I'm not familiar with. Subsic, I'm not familiar with. Unicorn plus Special Guest, I'm not familiar with. Undefined, I'm not familiar with, and Wishy Washy, I've heard of, but I am not familiar with as far as sounds. So this is a really sick lineup if you're into DMB and the weird stuff. And honestly, it's a sick lineup overall. You have a lot of OGs. The only thing that is a turn off for me is it's not very heavy, and it wouldn't be very moshy, but you don't have to mosh. You have this 3D audio-visual story, and it's gonna be like kind of watching a movie, I feel like. And you know, it's like each artist is gonna be like a different scene or something like that. Or I have no idea, honestly, but it's honestly cool to not know. And like the mystery is almost kind of making want to go. And again, just chill, experience it, and just vibe out. And like I said, you'll have something to watch, do, and listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, what more could you possibly need? And if you get bored, need to switch of pace, change the environment, you go to the other stage and check out the homies. And really, I feel like it's going to be rowdy either way. But I feel like the the non-main stage has some more heavy, more local homies that I know that are going to bring some heavier vibes. But this main stage, you know, the grand, I don't even know what they call that room, but I think it's the Capitol room. That main stage, artificial intelligence room stage, is going to be a lot of DMB and a lot of weird stuff. And it's going to be really sick, honestly, with that visual, you know, production. So big ups Next Level, big ups Obscure, big ups HMAC, and big ups all the artists and everybody involved. This is going to be a very sick event. I don't think I'll be able to go, unfortunately, because I know I have a wedding on the 15th, and Bree has some shows in October also in PA, so it's going to be a lot of traveling. And we're also going to Summoning of the Eclipse presented by Sudden Death in October as well in Tennessee. So October is a very big month, but if you're not going to that one, this is probably your next best bet, honestly. For Oktoberfest, there's no Nightmare this year, so this is, you know, the big one for our area. So if you're in the area, you need something to do, this is the one to come to. So again, big ups to all the homies involved. So that's the end of this one, guys. If you have any more questions, I'll put a link to the Bosswave website. I will put a link to tickets as well if anyone is interested in going, and I'll put a link to all of the social media accounts for the organizers of this event. Big ups to everybody involved once again, and thank you all for watching. I will see you for the next one very soon on the Festival Finesser. Peace out.